Hey y'all, it's your boy Big Mike. You know that dude you be seeing on the streets and be like, hey, ain't that dude that be doing them YouTube videos? Yeah, that's me. And for today's topic, we're going to be talking about the path, the right path for your children, not for you. 'Cause a lot of you parents, you try to like inflict your dreams and your goals onto your kids. Like the gift God gave you is supposed to just like remanifest through them. Like He didn't put them on this earth with a purpose other than just being an offspring from you. And while I talk about this, I'm going to have some burritos. Get my little eat on right quick. After your kids are born, I'm not a parent or anything, but I think once they're born, your sole purpose is just to motivate them to do something constructive with their life and be a positive member in society. But somewhere along the way, when you were a kid and then eventually grew up and just did that adult thing that produced them into your life, you thought that they should just like pick up your dream and just like be the doctor or the lawyer or and like in my case my mom wanted me to be a musician. I'm a 70s baby, and my mother, let me tell it, named me after Michael Jackson. So when I was growing up, she gave me like drums and guitars and pianos and bongos and tambourines and all these musical instruments, hoping that I would just turn into this musical artist and I don't know, just like save her from just like the life that she eventually just like lived, still living out or whatever. And it's like right now I've gotten an associate's degree in business management and accounting. I know I've said this a time or two in a few of my videos, but I have an associate's degree, and it's like everything that I'm trying to do from when I was in junior high was to have my own business. Now, it started out as me wanting to be a cosmetologist because I thought that was a cool way to like meet women or whatever. So like just overnight, like for me switching from this private school that I used to go to called Inkster Christian Academy, was like when I was living in Michigan, it was a private school. I switched over from like wanting to be a cosmetologist to wanting to be in the culinary arts because my gift, not my mom's gift. I mean, although she was part of why I was motivated to switch over and be in this culinary field, which culinary means to make it look good, not just like cook it till it's done. But from about the eighth grade, I had some kind of cooking class every semester. So it's just something that I'm interested in, and I think that I'm good at cooking. I know there's some people who can't boil water. I'm like, turn the stove on, put some water in a pot, and wait for it to boil. Whether it's for pasta or rice or boiling potato, I mean, it's not that hard. It's like 3 steps, 3 steps. Boil water. When it starts bubbling, it's boiling. Put your food in there, cook it, turn the stove off when it's done. That went way over somebody's head. I just know, like, somebody's going to be in the comments like, wait a minute, what do you do after you turn the stove on? Like, you dumb idiot. Go order some takeout or something. Oh, that is the most frustrating thing for me. Being around somebody who can't cook. When it comes so natural for me, there's this one girl, let's just call her a little, well, I ain't gonna say her nickname, but this girl, she can't cook. I'm serious. When I cook something and take it over her house, she acts like a 5-star restaurant just like bust in her kitchen and just created a work of art. Which actuality, I ain't gonna toot my own horn. Okay, yes, I am gonna toot my own horn. I am that damn good. And every step that I make is towards having my own restaurant business. Regardless if my mother supports my vision, my dream, my gift or not. I don't know what she dreamed of or what God put in her as a gift, but she ain't using it. When I was a kid, she worked at a motor company called General Motors, and she was making like $17 an hour or something. And excuse me, eventually had to come to Tennessee because her partnering with her brother, who just passed last year, rest in peace, Uncle Jerry, love you, dude, didn't work out. So she brought her mother down here and took care of her mother and father. They both passed on now since I've been down here. But rest in peace, grandparents. Love y'all. But she from my outside looking in, I can't even recognize any gift that she could profit off of. Like, 'cause like I said, she's the one who motivated, inspired me to get into this culinary thing. I remember, like, it's like one of my most fondest memories of her in the kitchen was like how she decorated her potato salad. I mean, like, everybody got their own recipe, but she would cut up like bell peppers and onions into strips and like just like make it look real decorative. And it's like that's what like more motivated me to like get into this culinary thing. Like man, she used to get down in the kitchen. Now it's 2020, 21. I'm sorry, it's 2021. Ask me why it's against her religion to just put salt and pepper on food. Salt and pepper is the base. I mean, you can branch out and put Mrs. Dash if you don't just like really care for the high sodium. I mean, there's a dozen and a million like different condiments and seasonings that you can put on food to add some flavor to it. Because the last time I checked, God didn't just like naturally put salt and pepper and all these seasonings on catfish and chicken and beef and no, just there's no protein that doesn't not need to be seasoned before, during, or after the cooking process. I don't care what method you use to cook anything. Let's just say chicken as the whole, to broaden for the whole topic of the conversation. And this is let's just say chicken. If you bake it, if you boil it, if you fry it, it's just gonna taste like some crunchy water because it don't have no taste. I don't understand that, man. It's like when she was cooking, making meals for my grandmother, she would omit the salt, and I don't know if that was just like because after she found out that my grandmother was a diabetic, that the doctor told her to reduce the salt, and she just altogether cut it clean off the menu. I mean, I hate eating something that's fully cooked and it ain't been seasoned like before you dropped it in the grease, especially chicken. God is my witness. I'm trying. I've sat still for so long that after I originally filed for my di- for my disability for my disability, I'm sorry, that originally it was just because of my knees because I had operations on both of my knees and just can't stand long. So I know you're saying like, but you want to be in the kitchen. I don't have to be standing over no pots and pans and cutting no diced tomatoes and celery and all of that for me to like be a business owner. I can tell an employee what I want done, how I want it to look on the plate, and just own a business. The name of my restaurant is the same thing as my YouTube name channel. The name of my channel is the One Man Show. That's also going to be the name of my restaurant. I'm trying to keep the faith and do what I know I was put on this purpose to do. I encourage everyone to follow your dreams. I don't care if don't no one supports you. I support you. You can do it. You were put here to do a certain thing. If it turns into someone you helping someone with your gift, then so be it. That's what you were born to do. I like to cook. I can show people how to cook. Like the person who I was talking about who can't cook, she's got 4 kids. How do you have 4 kids and not know how to boil rice? Make biscuits from scratch. I mean, it's no. There's some convenient ways to do certain stuff. They got like you know instant rice to where it comes in a bag. All you do is put the bag in the boiling water, and once it fluffs up like 15, 20 minutes, take it out the bag, cut it, and serve food. But this lady, I don't know. No, like I said, she got 4 kids, and how I don't know. She just like served her kids like peanut butter jelly in sandwiches for lunch, and then bologna sandwich for dinner to just avoid touching the stove. But like, it's beyond me. I don't get it at all. All I know is I can't wait until my disability gets approved so I can get out of this dadgum house. My mother is not going to derail why I'm here. And I totally understand people can lose their focus, and there's all kind of distractions. When I was in school the first time, there was another online college that I went to called ICDC that my cousin was going to. What's up, Nasty Heifer? She knows who she is if she watches this video. But while I was going to that college, my grandmother passed. This was back in 2015. It was March 15th, I believe, the day that she passed. And when this happened, my grades started slipping. No, I was getting behind and everything, not submitting my assignments, and just got expelled from the school. 2 years later, 2017, I started going to another online college called Independence University. And that's the online college that I got my associate's degree from. Graduated with honors, by the way, cum laude. Let me pop my collar on that one. Yeah, there's 3 levels of graduating with honors: cum laude, sum, I think it's, forget if it's sum cum laude or, anyway, the last one is mega, I mean, there's three, and I graduated the third level of it. But you can Google the three level of honors that you can get from graduating from college. It's like I should have that on the top of my head, but that wasn't just a priority for me to remember. I'm just like, ugh, I'm just trying to put that out there to let you know what you can reach for if you study and get your work done on time. You can graduate with honors. I mean, it's like I was on the honor roll twice. The first time was my grade point average was 3.57, and then the second time was 3.63. Dang near perfect. A 4.0, almost a 4.0. If I, maybe let's just put that out there and say when I go back to college, I'm gonna get that 4.0 because it's like I did so much better with an online college than just like ever going to the private school or public schools, and it's just like I want that 4.0. I don't know about masters, but I want that bachelor's degree. I mean, it's bragging rights for me, and towards me getting educated enough to know the ins and outs of all the paperwork that is related to me running a business. I need a little more education. I mean, it's like I got enough. It's like I can go back to my old assignments and look at them online and just like carry that over to the bachelor's program. But just like I said, your kid's path isn't the same path that you're supposed to take as a parent. All you have to do, like I said, is motivate them to get up out the bed, read a book. Yeah, then go outside and play. But like when you get to going to school and everything like that, instead of watching cartoons all the time, tell them to read a book. Education is the most important thing that anybody can have. I don't care if you Miss Miami Hill. I'm gonna have somebody just inbox me on Instagram, but education is really important. You can like have a physical skill and become disabled like I am, but once it's in your head, can't nobody take that from you. I mean, there's a person that's like he's some kind of scientist, and I can't remember his name, but he's a quadriplegic and he's a millionaire after writing all these books and stuff like that. And I mean, if you can like sit in a wheelchair and have some kind of scoliosis of the spine or whatever disabled him and still become wealthy enough, anybody, there's no reason you can get your arm or your leg amputated and still not be able to do something. And like I said, if you're not being not have someone support you, then just have enough self esteem in you to like believe in yourself. You don't have to have someone pat you on the back and say good job when you know you did what you was doing to give God the glory. He gave you this gift, and He knows that you're gonna have some ups and downs and some hardships and stuff like that. You gotta keep pushing. You never know. When you step out your front door, What kind of shoulders you gonna rub that can like get you into the position where you can really help somebody. Somebody's gonna have to help you. You can't do it all on your own. There's not one corporation that only has one employee, well, one boss, one owner of the business, and they don't just like get help from somebody else who's done it before them, because nothing, no one is doing nothing brand new. You take an idea like building a car. There was one first person that like put put some wheels on a vehicle, and then they put a motor on it because they got tired of having to feed the horse. The horse died. Excuse me. Some kind of way you're going to end up having to put a battery in there or continue putting fuel in it to get it from to get it to move you from A to B. But no, after the first person built that car, no, the Ford, or I think it was the Wright brothers that built the plane. But anyway, if someone can do it, someone else can do it. Not to say that you're indispensable, but just as far as your kids are concerned, get them to a point where they have the independence to not have to rely on you when they're grown. Let's just say after 18, 21, they should like be looking into independent positions that, okay, I don't need to like have training wheels to do this anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and just pursue my dreams. I mean, it's like depressing. Like there's so many people in the cemetery who had gifts and just didn't have someone financially supporting them or mentally supporting them, and they just died without even becoming all that they were supposed to have been. I hope that ain't the case for me, but I'm trying my best. Like I said, it's looking like I'm gonna have to wait until my disability is proved before I can get my own reliable transportation to get to where I can like talk to someone at a bank about financing, or after I get my credit score up and get the loan that I need, which everybody wants to tell me to to start small, and open, have a food truck and go from there. When my vision is like on 10 over here, it's on like on a couple 100,000 times like a little simple food truck. I mean, that can be profitable, and it'll branch into getting a restaurant. And everybody's going to say you got to start somewhere. Well, with me standing still, and in my head I'm running like a Carl Lewis over here, that means it's like I just need somebody to just like help me find the loan or the grant that's going to get me to open up the business, a building, not a food truck, a building, a lot quicker than a food truck. I know it's going to take time, and I'm going to make some mistakes, even though I've got this little bit of education. I know I don't know everything, but I know this. My first restaurant, the one man show, is going to be run solely by me. It's a thing called, I forget. Dang, I can't remember nothing today. I'm going to be a single member LLC. That's how the business is going to be structured. There's no going. It's not going to be any partnering with this one man show, the one man show. Um, if I get into real estate or some other kind of entrepreneurial position, I'll consider a partnering there. I have a friend in Michigan named, well, he's going to go by the Fat Boy. No, we talked about the food truck thing because one of his neighbors is getting his money, even though it's a pandemic, and excuse me, I'll look into partnering with him in a different restaurant. If that food truck works out, and it becomes another business because I know I need multiple sources of income along with this whole Bitcoin thing that I'm in. Well, the cryptocurrency. It's not just necessarily just Bitcoin, but just the whole cryptocurrency in general. It's like I have a Coinbase account and it's doing pretty good. For a second, I was kind of worried because I bought it at $1.71, and it rolls and fall and rolls and fall like stock's gonna do anyway. But it had dropped down to like about $1 and like 35 cents, 36 cents, or something like that. And I was I'm still trying to get my identity verification confirmed or whatever because it's giving me the hardest time on how to take a picture and of my ID, my driver's license, and confirm that I am who I'm saying I am on this online platform. But yeah, like I said, you're gonna need multiple sources of income. It's like I believe it was Warren Buffett that said you ain't just like really getting it unless you making money while you sleep. And I don't know that many restaurants that are open 24/7 with this current pandemic. I mean, the hospitality industry right now is taking a horrible blow. Like this whole dine, like takeout or delivery, that's not gonna cut it for my restaurant. My whole thing, how I how I'm going how I'm going to get money is by putting on a show. As far as come to my restaurant, you'll see how your food is being cooked. You'll see like flair bartenders who make your drink in front of you and do it in an acrobatic way to like, oh, it's entertaining. It's a show. It's called the one man show. I mean, you have like soul food and Japanese and Mexican and Arabic, um, soul food, Mexican, Japanese, Arabic. Yeah, it's about five of my. I can't, like I said, I'm having the hardest time remembering things. It's like I got a thousand things going through my head, and it's just like I'm trying to, get these YouTube videos done while I have some peace and quiet. Like my mother's been just barging in my room the last few times that I do these videos, and then it's like one time when I did my first food challenge at CanPay, and no, she had to take me there because my own transportation isn't working. But one step at a time, folks. Just I ask for your prayers and me following my dream. I'm going to get there one way or another. Even though I'm in this messed up condition, I'm inspired by that one person that's in that wheelchair. I don't know if he was. Well, I don't. I'm not sure. Like if he, I'm not sure if he was born that way. I don't believe that he was, but the fact that he continued to push forward and got successful is enough motivation for me. I'm inspired for those, or by those who don't, who get kicked down and then get back up. You can get knocked down, I don't know, 5, 6 times in a fight. But if you have the heart, like one of my favorite Japanese movies is The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. He gets taken captured by the head of this village, and one of the scenes he's fighting one of the samurai. The samurai puts a whooping on his rear end. I mean, he gets knocked down like about 3, 4 times, and he keeps getting up. Like as long as he has the strength, the samurai eventually like dang near knocked him out before he just had to give up. But like you you fall down, you get up. You keep getting up until you can just like return the butt whooping on whoever is like beating you down. This life I'm living right now, I'm getting knocked down, and just for the conversation, I'm just gonna say the police has their knee in my neck. But if someone just comes along and takes a brick and busts that police in the head, and I'm able to get back up, I'm gonna hand that police officer a real rude awakening. I'm just saying that figuratively, not literally. Well, literally, if it actually happens with all this stuff that's going on with these crooked cops killing people, it's a whole lot of injustice going on with. I mean, it's like this is for another um, video. I'm just kind of branching off of stuff, just brainstorming. Like I said, I got so much that I'm thinking about, but moral of this video, what I want y'all to take away is this: when you have kids, whatever kind of play habits they start out having, and it starts to develop, you need to add some water to that. Like that plant needs feeding, like seriously. Don't tell them you can't do this. You crushing dreams because you mad you didn't follow your dreams. Don't be no hater to your child. That child could like turn into something and come back and bless you more than you thought they would have when you had the vision that you wanted them to do. That ain't what they supposed to do. Just continue to motivate them. Whatever it is they want to do. If they playing in the mud, maybe they can build a house out of mud. I mean, this is how civilization started. You know, people needed shelter. They just, it rained one day, and I know them blacks. And people in Africa, they scooped up the mud and just over time built a hut out of mud. I mean, the Indians, they made some teepees, and now we living in houses and everything. It's like nothing is impossible if you just have some motivation. Like just like stay motivated, inspired. Let me be an inspiration. I mean, I haven't become a millionaire yet, but I'm hoping like with this whole cryptocurrency, it turns into something. Because like right now, the initial investment of $250 that I put in is more than doubled. Like over like about 2.5 weeks, it's like over 500 and something now. And like I said, with stock, it's gonna rise and fall, but it's looking good right now. I just gotta figure out, like I said, how to get my identity verification confirmed and be able to take it out without it dropping below what I put in. I'm not trying to lose money over here, especially during a pandemic. Man, Mr. Biden needs to send me another stimulus check for like $1,400, like real quick, because I got some other things that I'm trying to do, and it's just like I'm not letting nothing or no one discourage me. But that's the gist of this video. Like I said, you can do it. Don't let nobody talk you out of anything that you want to do. If it's positive, it might not happen overnight, but eventually you're going to get it right. I'm strongly encouraging everyone to like continue with their education. I know there was this guy I used to hang out with, and he's saying there's a lot of people that don't have to go to college to be successful. My whole motto during my college experience was this: higher learning equals higher earning. Even if you don't get your own business and you working for someone else, they're looking for someone with a brain. It's not always about manual labor. You can know how to be in construction, but your boss, the overseer of the business, he knows a little bit more than you. That's why he's telling you what to do. There's someone over him, the owner of the business, but eventually the construction will turn into some type of building, and that's the overall end of the day thing that you're trying to work towards. You know, having a piece of wood and then building a house, having a piece of metal and turning that into a car. Whatever it is, higher learning equals higher earning. They pay you not only for what you can do, but for what you know. If you become a supervisor or become a manager, all of that is because you know more than the person below you. So with that being said, get your learn on. Get educated. Learn something. Whatever it is. But that's going to do it for this week, folks. I kind of ran on and kind of turned this 20-minute video into a 45-minute video. But it's so much still that needs to be said about you, being an inspiration and motivating your kids to do something that's in them. Tell them they can do whatever they can, whatever they want. If they want to be the next black president, I mean, after Obama, well, we have this vice president, Miss Harris, but we could, stand for another black president. I think that Obama did a smashing job. I mean, he went 2 terms, and I didn't hear about no assassination attempts or anything like that. The country still has its racial points and stuff like that, but I wouldn't mind if Oprah or some other black woman. I mean, it don't even just have to be a black person. Just like I said, Biden, he's doing his thing. Excuse me. But I mean, no, it's opening the doors for a Mexican or a Chinese person, anybody of color, to just step up and say, I can run this country and make it better than it is. But yeah, I would ask that you hit the like button if you got some interest in anything that I've said. Comment something. Let me know how your day's going, what your goal is. Like, are you working on something that could, potentially get you out of this poor mind state of we're in a pandemic, or how we pronounce that, and just there's nothing that I can do. The devil is a lie. You can do whatever you want. I mean, even in the pandemic. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards this online thing. Like I said, with the cryptocurrency, and it takes pennies to turn into dollars, but eventually those dollars will begin to stack. Like I said, I've doubled my portfolio so far, so yeah, I'm still believing that God is shining down on me with his abundant mercy and favor. But if y'all could just like I said, hit the like button and comment and tell me what y'all goals are and what y'all working on, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. Good Lord, it's not really hard for you to you see that little button over there, the little right hand corner. Hit that button and subscribe to my channel. Or when I see you, it's gonna be a problem. You understand me? You don't want me to come and be all in your face about why you ain't subscribed to my channel. It's gonna be ugly if I see you and you ain't a subscriber. Like, oh yeah, I seen your video. Did you subscribe? Oh no, it was so, man. Get the heck on about your business, man. You can subscribe to my channel before I put my hands on you. But yeah, y'all can go ahead and share the video. I'm sure there's somebody else that's looking for this inspirational word. But that's gonna do it for this week, folks. You'll see me next Thursday with another brain buster. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about next week. It might be something religious because I do have a spirituality in me. It is God who has brought me this far. And I thank God for just giving me another day. That's the first thing that I do is thank God when He wakes me up every day. I pray over my food before I eat it. And I have these conversations with God. But yeah, I am a spiritual person. So look forward to what I might put out next week. And that's going to do it for this week, folks. I'll holla.